Hey battle buddies, yeah, so night game time again. Let's chat about do's and don'ts, tips and tricks, some things that we can share. First of all, a couple of have-tos if you want to play a night game. You will have to have a torch, right? It can be weapons mounted, it can be mounted on your rifle, I don't care, in your handheld, whatever it has to be, whatever you want to do, but you must have a torch. It's a safety factor. You will not be able to play without a torch. The other thing that you must have to play a night game is some sort of indicator of a death rag. And a death rag being a little light switch system that you can press on and it will flash red to indicate that you have been hit and dead. You can get various ones. You can go to a bicycle shop. You can get them from a bicycle shop. We can go to Walker War Games. They've got very fancy ones. I think this is from Walker War Games. It has the Velcro backing. You can stick it onto the Velcro. I think they have these V lights that attach to helmets and stuff. Very, very fancy. You can get one of those, or you can go to, I think it's like Outdoor Warehouse and stuff. You can get something like this. It's, whatever works. It flashes red. Well, used to, yeah. Flashes red, and that's all you need. Okay, very, very important. Otherwise, what happens is that you get shot, and no one knows you're shot, and you walk around and you get nailed again and again and again. It will happen anyway, but at least you have some sort of indication that you are dead. All right, very important. The other things that there are that to the night game, they're more fun factors. Not you don't have to have. Let's talk tracer units, right? Tracer units can be mounted onto your rifle. They can be mounted to pistols. Remember, if you want to go to a pistol, normally there'll be an adapter that changes to a pistol. One thing also to remember, guys, amoeba players, that most rifles will have a 14mm anti-clockwise thread. Amoeba rifles have a 14mm clockwise thread, right? So you will have to get an adapter to be able to do it. Or, you will definitely have to get an adapter. Walker War Games, Seabrist, those type of places usually sell those things. Tracer units, do you have to have them? Yeah, what's nice about a tracer unit is that when you're shooting BBs at night, you can see where your BBs are. It looks great, it lights up. They're obviously very luminescent. Let me try and see if I can grab a torch here and give you an idea. I don't know if we can see in the lights. So we'll charge them up. And then you see they give a bit of a glow. There you can go, see. And so what happens is that as they pass through a tracer unit gives you a little flash and lights up the BB and charges it so you can actually see it. There are very fancy ones. You've got the inbuilt hopper units and things like that. I would say, it's great to be able to see where you're shooting, right? So having a tracer unit is just adds to the fun factor. You can get green tracers, you can get red tracers. Most tracer units work best with green tracers. They do light up the red ones, but not as bright as the green. You would have to get a tracer unit that's specifically built to light up red ones. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot duller. I personally prefer the red ones because I can see it still, but also at the same time it doesn't give my position away. So, but that's a preference and a choice. The 29th of this month, we're going to do a night game. It is a Fright night, sort of like a Halloween. You can come dressed up as your fancy dead zombie or soldier or whatever you want to do. We'll probably start around about 4:30. We do a little bit of a day game going into dusk just so your eyes adjust, and then we'll play 2 or 3 night games, and that'll be. When I say night, guys, we will still have some light in the field, right? It'll illuminate and shadows. I'll have some lights flashing up into the trees. Nothing lighting too much, just so we cast some shadows. They still need some sort of a factor for safety. Have some lighting. You just really want to have the shadows and stuff like that. What else is there about the night games I can tell you? Guys, people that have infrared, hey, go for it. Guys that have night vision, go for it. If you guys want to use it, go for it. It's fantastic. One thing I do want to say, it's always a bone of contention, lasers. Right? I personally don't have a hassle with lasers because I think you have your blink reflex saves your eyes, but a lot of people have an issue with it. So what I'm going to say is, guys, let's can the lasers. No lasers unless you're using an infrared laser for night vision. But then if you're using infrared laser, guys, you must have a press toggle switch to light up the laser, and it switches off. No laser may stay on permanently. The IR lasers are more dangerous because obviously your eyes can't see it, and the laser is shining continuously. You don't have that blink reflex that can cause a damage. So anybody that wants to run night vision and wants to run a IR laser, you must have a press pad with your laser, please. I think that addresses most things. Couple other things about night games. Let's think about it. Fogging's a big issue, right? Okay. Because now it's nighttime, there's a big temperature difference between yourself and the air outside. So fogging is a big issue. I suggest having extra safety glasses that you have fog wipes with. I know some guys play with the mesh goggles at night. I personally can hardly see through mesh goggles during the day, so nighttime is not going to work for me. Other thing, guys that dress up in ghillies and things like that, stay light, stay cool, because if you're going to dress up in a big massive ghillie, you're going to get hot and sweaty, and fogging is going to be a massive issue. Trust me, be huge issue. The other thing is, guys, set up your equipment beforehand. You know, if you're going to have weapon mounted lights, set it up, check where it is, check if you can manipulate your AEG in a nice manner. You can reach your lights and stuff. There's nothing worse than going to a game and then suddenly everything, you can't reach your light, you can't switch your light on and off, or you can't hold your AEG like you used to hold it. Check all these things before. Ideally, play a skirmish game with your night game set up on your rifle, if you are rifle mounted, and then come play the skirmish game with it and check what works and what doesn't work. And so it saves you a lot of hassle. You to go into a night game, something new now, and everything doesn't work. I can't feel I don't know where my pistol is. I can't feel my torches. Get used to all of that. Set that up. Play the whole week at home. Run around the house, scaring the cats and dogs or whatever with your night vision and stuff. Check that it works. Make sure there's nothing worse than getting to a night game and you get very frustrated because nothing's in the right place. You're fumbling and fiddling with things. Stay light. Trust me, stay as light as possible. Get rid of the ghillies and things like that for night games. It's a night game. No one can see anywhere. A ghillie, what's it going to do? All right. Okay, so 29th of October. I think it's 4:30 till 9 o'clock. I'm not too sure. I will post those dates. Any other questions about night games, just let me know. Remember, torch is a must. Some sort of flashing red light for a death ray is a must. Everything else is the fun factor. See you there. Cheers.